but I have to say it's just not giving what I wanted it to give. As soon as I put it on, I fixed my posture and I started gliding. So let's all say goodbye to the skirt. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana and today we're tackling the beast that is Asos. And it is indeed a beast today. I legit have a ridiculous amount of items to show you guys. So without any further delay, I know what you came here for. Let's just start trying some clothes on. So today I'm starting us off with a dress, and I told myself that this year I'm not going to miss out on backless dresses simply because of anticipating how stressful they are to do the whole undergarment situation with. But dresses like this make it feel like this was such a worthwhile decision, because as soon as I put this dress on, I fell madly in love. And although it's definitely a holiday piece, I am going on holiday, or will have gone on holiday by the time you guys see this video, and this is definitely coming with me. I don't really think I'd end up wearing this around like London or where I live, so it's something to consider when you're thinking about wearability. But just to show you guys the back, this is the situation and it is so gorgeous. It's a really flattering dress, and I think if you are in between two sizes, go down to the smaller size, because that's what I did, and it's fitting really well. It was a little bit of work to get it over my hips, but worth the effort and the squeezing because the fit is impeccable. I picked up quite a few dresses in this haul, and this next one is this ribbed, I think, jersey knit dress, and it's got this cutout detail, one arm, one shoulder. It's a vibe overall. It is relatively well fitted. It's not really clinging to anything, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I have to say it's just not giving what I wanted it to give. I wanted to put this on and just feel snatched and elegant and classy, but still very interesting, and it's nothing, none of that is happening. It's just there, and quite quickly I think I just want to put this in the return pile, and let's just pretend that this dress never happened in this haul. So on to the next couple of items in this haul, and I have to say I'm really annoyed with myself, because I think I've done this a couple of times actually, but on Asos, whenever you buy a co-ord set, they sell them to you as two separates, and so you have to click order on both of the two separate items to get the entire co-ord set, which I didn't do. I just ordered the top, or for the next item just the bottom, which is really annoying. But in any case, for today's haul I have made do. I've paired this top, which is part of the co-ord set, with this linen skirt. At first glance, I adored this outfit. Honestly, I felt like an island girl, and I did a little dance and all of that jazz. The linen skirt was such a pleasant surprise because I didn't expect it to be this well fitted. And the top was just so much fun in all of its floral glory. The reason why I'm likely going to return the top though is just because it doesn't make me feel like my most elegant, sophisticated self. And now every single item doesn't have to fit into that category for me, but I try my best to minimize stuff that just makes me feel a little bit more immature, and I feel like this item is one of them. So I'm gonna let this one go, but maybe in the future I'll consider buying another full co-ord set like this. And for now I will just stick to this beautiful linen skirt that I think I can dress a little bit more sophisticated and mature, but still fun. And voila, this is exactly what I was talking about, something that is so much more up my alley. In itself, this is a really nice basic with some great flair, quite literally flair. The material on this one is just about okay for me, because when I first pulled it out, it looked a little bit like that horrible thin chiffon material that you get on websites like Shein a lot, but luckily it is quite thick and it doesn't feel anywhere near as cheap, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this one. Okay, next up we have these really cool oatmeal coloured linen shorts, and I have to say linen is one of those materials that's always going to look slightly more expensive and sometimes even better than plasticky materials like polyester, sometimes even denim, so I massively favour it every time I see it on a website. And in terms of these shorts, the linen is not disappointing. I have to say though, once I put these shorts on, I felt nothing for them, aside from maybe a little bit of a desire to put them on with another linen shirt just to get the full holiday vibes. They're just shorts and they don't really excite me, and they don't really make me feel like I really need them in my wardrobe. That's not to say that they're a bad item, but I do think it's really nice to get something on and just be like, ah, I need this, and I'm not getting an I need this feeling. So these are definitely going to go back, but if you are in need of linen shorts, I would get these ones. They are pretty cute, pockets are always fun, and they are generally quite a good fit. So if it's for you, go for it. If not, Okay, on to the next dress, and one thing this dress certainly is elegant. As soon as I put it on, I fixed my posture and I started gliding. I swear to you guys, it just completely changed how I felt about myself, and for that reason and that reason only, I'm not going to do much further consideration. This dress is staying. But honestly, a quick fire round of high points with this dress. It's a gorgeous color that I think really works really well with my skin. I love the length of it. I'm debating the longevity, but I don't really think this is a hype piece right now. I think it's a simple basic that just so happens to fit really well into our current season trend of bright colors. So I'm more than happy to add this onto the wardrobe, knowing I'm going to be able to make full use of it in the years to come. Next, I wanted to try this cropped ribbed cardigan for you guys, just because this is one of the items I had a vision for, and that's because I know that 90s/early Y2K fashion is on trend at the moment. So I thought this would be a really nice way to show how it's possible to stay true to your style but still be on trend at the same time. I've styled the cardigan with one of my absolute favorites in my wardrobe, which is this bias style champagne skirt, and then I've paired it with this mini baguette bag. So I still feel very me in that these are classic neutral colors and it's nothing too complicated or fussy, but at the same time it's definitely playing to that 90s/Y2K fashion trend. And just analysing the cardigan itself, it doesn't have like a super expensive look or feel, but it definitely doesn't look super cheap, and it's a really nice fit overall. I was hoping it would be a slightly looser fit, but I actually much prefer the way that it fits now that I've tried it on. So yeah, this is another one that I'll be adding to my wardrobe. The next item we have probably looks better on camera than it does in person, and I say that because the fit is awful. I'm currently wearing this with a bra, and that's just because on its own it actually doesn't offer any support. But even though you can't see it, my chest actually starts like down here and the cup size starts up here. Because this bottom half is a loose fit, you really can't tell, and that's kind of okay, but I just think that it's one of those items that I'm not super keen on anyway, so I'm not really willing to try and make do. It really doesn't look awful, and I'm actually a little bit sad because I actually think it's really cute, and it's a shame that it doesn't fit properly. But honestly, tops like this are a dime a dozen. You really don't have to make do if one doesn't work for you. I already own a very similar one from Pretty Little Thing, and the only reason I was attempting to replace it was because it's a very yellowish cream and it makes it a little bit harder to style. So disappointingly, the hunt continues for a slightly whiter corset top, but in any case, we move. Yeah, I'm disappointed. So there was a time when there was this shirt that was really popular, and I think it was from Zara, and it looked like a button-up shirt that had been kind of put off the shoulder. It looked really cool and sophisticated, and I kind of missed the wave when that was happening, but I saw this top on Asos and I was like, okay, I'm glad we're still kind of doing that because I loved it then. And sadly, I just don't think that this has quite achieved the same thing. You know something's wrong when you keep trying to like tug at an item to fix it or to make it look better, and in all honesty, it doesn't look that bad, I have to say, but I just don't feel good in it, and I don't think it looks particularly stunning either. The arm for me just feels like it's adding extra weight to my body, and I can't explain it, but visually it's just wrong. The asymmetry just isn't working in this instance, and I'm honestly struggling to see where this would fit into my life because I'm all for smart casual dressing. I don't think this top is formal enough for the office, but I also think it's a bit too much for if I wanted to wear smart casual dressing out and about. So with all those things in mind, this one is going on the return pile. Okay, let it be known now that I do not like not wearing a bra, and for that reason, backless dresses present the biggest challenge for me in terms of that sentiment. Aside from occasion wear when I'm prepared to tape myself up for a dress, I almost always scroll past anything that's got like a deep V-neck or anything that's backless, and that's just because I know that they require intricate undergarment situations, and for day-to-day clothes that's just too much effort for me. But I think I found a good starting point. This dress caught my attention when I was scrolling through Asos, and I freaked out when I saw that it had a relatively open back because bra situations, and I'd seen this hack on Instagram where you don't just tie the back of the dress, but you actually wrap the straps of it around your bra, and I actually think it's worked, guys. I still get to wear my bra, but it's not showing everywhere. There are some bits that need a bit of pulling and tugging, but in terms of getting the best of both worlds by having the support but still not having to show straps everywhere, I think this works out pretty well, and it wasn't too much effort to do. So guys, this is very exciting, but I'm adding a backless dress to my collection. So we've got a few more coats and jackets in this haul, and I've just thrown this sleeveless trench over the dress that I was wearing previously. But ironically, I'm actually more interested in this item as a dress than I am as a coat. I think Meghan Markle wore something very similar to this after she gave birth to Archie, and I thought she looked amazing. I'm not sure that I'll be able to get away with it as a dress, but that won't stop me from trying. First and foremost, however, this item is outerwear, and I do think it's quite a nice variation on a typical trench coat, being that it's sleeveless. When I untie it, I do like how it looks just open. It's obviously not as form-fitting, but it's still really classic, which of course means it's going to stand the test of time, but it's just going to add somewhat of a flair to my spring-summer outfits. So this is the other cord that I forgot to get as a full set, so I only have one out of the 2 items, but in any case, not just for that reason, but also for other reasons, I'm still going to return it. I wouldn't necessarily say that this item is see-through, because honestly, I actually had to work really hard to see anything through it, but the only reason I suspected that initially was because I had this on with like a really long top, and the top was really visible through the skirt. Now that I've taken it off and put a cropped item on, you can't see anything. I don't know, well, I can't see anything, and so it's not really see-through, but I would have probably ended up wearing this as more of a beach bikini cover-up rather than a full cold set that I'd be comfortable walking around in. And so when we look at it for those purposes, it's pretty cool. It's really nice and flowy, and of course it's giving me those island girl vibes. And I love this ruffling that they've done in the middle here with these 2 splits. The only reason this isn't going to make it on my holiday is because it's just a really ugly print, in my opinion. I really just don't like it, which is kind of my fault because I saw it online and I still picked it. But yeah, now that I've got it on in person, it's just a straight no. So let's all say goodbye to the skirt. Okay, so for the next item in this haul, I picked up this blazer, and I have to say guys, I'm in 50-50 minds about this because I have tried this on with a couple of outfits just for my own sake, and it looks pretty nice in both of them. It hasn't been too hard to style. Of course, it's a brown blazer. The only difficult thing about it is that it's got an oversized fit, and that's not really difficult, it's just not a thing that I tend to go for just because I don't think that's always the most flattering fit for me. That being said, I really haven't looked at this and thought it looks awful. I can't wear this with the sleeves down. That's when it starts to lose all its points for me. But rolled up, I'm getting a really cool Pinterest girl vibe, and I'm here for it. I can be quite specific in terms of emulating a particular style, but sometimes I'm more than happy to throw it out of the window if I find something, an outfit that I really love and that I still think sticks to my main principles about feeling good about myself. This oversized boyfriend blazer look is definitely the opposite of the fitted, elegant, feminine look, but I really don't mind because I'm not a one-trick pony. I don't think anybody really is, and I still feel really good about myself in this outfit, which, as I said, is the important thing. So for the last clothing item in this haul, I thought I would finish us off with something that I have no qualms about, no questions and no doubt, because this is an item that I've actually already worn because I adored it so much and I needed it way before I could even film this haul. It wasn't one that I was very sure about when I ordered it just because I thought it would end up looking cheap, but it's been the complete opposite. It's a really nice thick material and I love the way that it's just fitting. I do have to add though that it is quite a short item and sadly it does ride up when you're walking around. So if that's a massive put off for you, which I fully understand, then probably avoid this one. I, however, can live with it, so I'm going to be keeping it because obviously I have no choice to. But yeah,